I'm Bo Timken, Master Sake Sommelier. And in this segment in Daiginjo Sake, I've decided to talk about the sake meter value, or the Nihon Shudo. This is truly one of the most important concepts in sake, and it'll help you decide in which types of brews that you would like to buy or not. And what it is an instrument that measures the residual sugars in each batch of sake. They put a hydrometer in the fermenting sake, and they extract it, and it gives a value to how either sweet or how dry that sake is at the end of fermentation, at the end of bottling. So most sakes will have on a label the SMV, sake meter value, or in Japanese, the Nihon Shudo. And this is a value system that goes from drier to sweeter. And again, I don't like saying sweet, I kind of like saying fruity, because starch sweetness is much and far more muted than a regular grape sweetness. So the higher the number, the drier the sake, the lower the number, the fruitier or the sweeter the sake. Now, historically, 0 used to be the basis. And anything below 0 used to be sweet, and anything above 0 used to be dry. But over time, people preferred a sweeter brew, so that number has crept up a little bit. So now 2 is roughly basis. And when you go to anything that's +2, +3, you're looking at sort of getting semi-dry. +5 to +7, you're looking at pretty dry, and +7 to +15 is very dry. Likewise, 2 and +1 and 0 tend to be a little bit sweeter and fruity, and anything below ±0 tends to be kind of considered fruity or sweet. Now, these are sort of generalizations. Now, I've had a sake that was a +10 SMV, which should have been really dry, but it actually drank kind of fruity and kind of sweet. So sometimes it's pretty accurate and sometimes it's not. But as a rule of thumb, you can walk around and say, well, I think that's going to be a pretty sweet sake because it's a -2 or a -3. Most sparkling sakes, most nigori unfiltered sakes tend to be very fruity and very low, -10, -5, -2, which are pretty sweet. And the jumais tend to be kind of on the higher, drier side. You can get some very dry jumais up to about 10 up through 17. There was even one that was +20. But on the whole, the sake meter value is a great thing to understand and to know, and you'll see it either as the Nihon Shudo or the sake meter value, and you'll see plus and minus numbers.